What's going on, everybody? Good Saturday afternoon. I'm a little late to the party on this one. I was sleeping in, sue me. But we've got a little bit of news from the Seahawks. It doesn't really compare to the news of the last week, but it is nevertheless something. So, per several sources, including this article on field goals, the Seahawks are going to be tendering restricted free agent Phil Haynes. So Phil Haynes will almost certainly be back for 2022. I like it. I think that a lot of people are going to like it. It's a little pricier than I thought it was going to be, but we're grandstanding over relatively small percentages of the cap here. So Phil Haynes is back, and I can only assume he is back because we plan on using him, because he didn't get a minimum contract. So if you scroll down this article a little bit here, he got the original round RFA tender on him, which is worth 2.54 million, 2.5 million. That's a pretty, I mean, it's not a significant amount of money, but it is an amount of money that you look at and you go, okay, we now expect him to do something for us beyond just sitting on the bench, beyond just being a practice squatter. So there has been some speculation that Gabe Jackson might be moved. I've talked a little bit before about how if you move him post June 1st, you might be able to say I think it's like $6 million you save this year. So maybe that's the plan. Maybe the plan is to move Damian Lewis to center or back to right guard, I guess, if you do move Gabe Jackson. Not 100% sure what's really going on there, but Phil Haynes to me is a left guard. I know he can play right guard fine, but we already have a guy who has proven to be able to play right guard at a pretty high level a couple years ago with Damian Lewis. So, in my mind, this tender, which is a little more than you would expect to give somebody who you just plan on being a backup, is an indication that you're going to see a little bit of tinkering on the interior offensive line so that Haynes can play at left guard, or at least have the opportunity to do so. Couple different options. Like I said, you could put Damian Lewis at center. You could move him back to right guard and get rid of Gabe Jackson. I don't know which way this team plans on going there, but I am happy to get Phil Haynes back because he did impress me last year. So that part of it's good. It's obviously a pretty small move compared to some of the moves we're seeing these other teams make. It's not exactly going to move the needle for anybody, but I like Phil Haynes. The only concern with Phil Haynes is his ability to stay healthy, and at this price, you can afford to take a risk on his ability to stay healthy. It's still not exorbitant cost. So let me know what you guys think down below. Phil Haynes will be back. He was one of the things that I wanted. He was one of the players that I wanted to bring back for 2022. Of course, I wasn't planning on losing guys like Russell Wilson, but nevertheless, I think Phil Haynes has a future in front of him that is at least worth $2.5 million. So, yeah, a little bit late. I know most of you guys probably already know this, but Phil Haynes is going to be back unless we lift the tender, which teams can do, but I doubt that's going to happen. He played well last year. He's generally played fairly well when he's gotten the opportunity to play, so I think this one will stand. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. Gonna plan on doing a call-in stream later. I'm not 100% sure when, but we'll talk about all this stuff later today.